Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be flying Spirit Airlines. Yes, the most hated airline in the entirety of the United States of America. And I mean, I've heard good things and bad things about this airline. But today we'll be flying from New York's LaGuardia Airport down to Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's a quick 2-hour flight down to Charlotte on board their Airbus A321. Let's go ahead and see if it's a good airline or is it actually worth the bad reviews that I've also seen on Google. I'm pretty excited to fly a new airline and see if it's a good or bad because I don't know myself. I can't give opinions on an airline until I fly them, obviously. So let's go ahead and fly them, see how it is. We're waiting on the Revel Tesla thing to come pick us up from our home, and then we're gonna head off over to LaGuardia. So. Alright everyone, so we just arrived to LaGuardia Airport and now we're about to go in, check in, get our boarding pass, and then go through security, obviously. Oh wow, I think we're pretty close to some runways. As we come into the terminal, I forget to realize that it's pretty quiet, mainly because it's just a small little shared terminal between Spirit and Frontier. After exploring this pretty tiny and quiet terminal, I made my way over to one of these empty kiosks. Basically every single one was empty, and well, I had already checked in the previous day. All I had to do was get my boarding pass. So walking to TSA, however, in this pretty short line, I noticed that there were a lot of history, pictures and whatnot, but with the small little terminal also came a very short little TSA line. Yep, 1 minute for normal TSA and TSA pre-check, which was pretty surprising to be honest. And we were through in like literally less than a few seconds. Alrighty people, so we just made it past security. It's about, I'm not sure what time is it, 6:30? Yeah, 6:30. Our plane's on the way to LaGuardia from Orlando, Florida right now. But other than that, I mean, security took less than a minute. It was very quick. But this terminal is quite small, to be honest. I flew out of LaGuardia in March from another terminal. I flew Southwest, and it was. This reminds me of what happened on my flight out of Terminal A at Newark, going to Los Angeles. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a pretty tiny terminal. I wasn't expecting this, but it's pretty good. There's a few shops here and there. There's a Dunkin', but it's Dunkin' Donuts Express. And other than that, it's a pretty decent terminal. The time then went by very, very quickly, and it was already time to board. And luckily, we were boarding right on time.
Please do not delay the boarding process or block in the boarding lane. Zones 1, 2, and 3, welcome aboard.
And our Airbus A321 today, registered as November 675, November Kilo, will be taking us down to Charlotte. My seat on this flight was 22F, a window seat, of course. Alright people, so we have just boarded the airplane, and honestly, it's not that bad that I thought it would be so far. We are on the wing. That's good. A good wing view. The sun's right in my eyes, so that's that. Let's go ahead and check out the legroom and stuff. Okay, so the legroom, pretty decent, honestly. Like, I can stretch my legs far. So that's good. I like this. The tray table, very tiny. You know, really, you can't do anything. You can't barely even put any drinks or snacks on here. I'll just put my tripod in the meanwhile. Why not? Once we're cruising, obviously. Then we have like this seat back. Pocket because it's just held by straps. As you can see here. Yeah, this is also kind of ripped. So that's that. We're gonna take a look at that later into the flight. Howdy. Something I just noticed was that here I only have the snacks menu thingy. When you come to my seat on my left, there's also a safety information card and snacks. So I guess that's a missing thing. Probably something took a previous flight, I'm not sure. But that's fine. There's also reading lights and air conditioners at the top, and obviously you can call the flight attendants if you need to. So that's pretty cool. It still looks brand new, and this is a 6-year-old aircraft. Obviously there's a seat recline or headrest, obviously. And for your armrest, just basically this, obviously. This one's a little more stiff. This one's a lot loose. The seat cushion though, it was pretty good. I honestly liked it. It was comfortable to sit in. And well, since this is Spirit Airlines, there were no power outlets below in our seat.
79 with service to Charlotte, once airborne, 1 hour and 24 minutes, cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. We're going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, so we'll try to get that seatbelt sign off for you. We'll do the best we can to find a smooth one, but just a heads up. If you could do us a favor and listen up to those wonderful flight attendants, they are primarily there for your safety. Welcome aboard, we'll be on our way shortly.
I have to say though, hats off to the crew for, getting the plane ready for its next flight. Remember, this is the second flight of the day, and with everything being, properly managed, we were pushing back shortly from our gate.
Lean forward and place the vest over your head.
And well, soon enough, then we had begun our taxi to runway 4 for an immediate departure out to Charlotte. And here is a beautiful departure from runway 4 at LaGuardia. airborne, let's go ahead and take a look at the menu card of this flight. Now, taking a look inside this menu card, it could be seen that literally every single item, whether it was a snack or beverage, costed some sort of money, including water. And I mean, it is pretty expectable because this is Spirit Airlines. And so that is also the reason why I brought myself my very own water bottle. I was also lucky enough to see that no one was sitting on my left. And for the fun part, well, not really, where you do your business. Anyways, so coming here to the lavatory, it was pretty good. Small lavatory, not gonna lie, but it did the job. You know. And other than that, it was pretty squeaky on the floor, like sticky. But again, it did the job. It was tiny, average bathroom size on an airplane. And by the time I made my way back to the seat, we were getting our initial descent into Charlotte. There it is. The airport was officially in sight. We could officially see the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Okay, I'm not sure if those brakes were supposed to be slammed like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best part. Welcome to Charlotte with the local time at 10:23 a.m.
So, I'm back home. 2-3 days we spent down there in Charlotte, obviously. I'll be posting that stuff on my Instagram here and there. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, Spirit, about that. I flew it twice now, obviously. Flew it New York to Charlotte and Charlotte to New York. I flew it to LaGuardia today morning, today afternoon, basically. But this video is just focused on my first ever Spirit flight, going down from New York to Charlotte, obviously, which is flight Spirit Wings 779. So we're just going to be talking about that. I'll be posting a trip report on my flight from today, Charlotte to New York, later on in the few upcoming days here and there. But talking about my flight going down, my first time ever flying the most hated airline in the United States. Honestly, I don't think it should be at the hated rank, because I flew it personally and I enjoyed my Spirit flight, my first ever Spirit flight down to Charlotte. And I mean, the crew was extremely funny and friendly. I remember he was making a few jokes during the safety tutorial right before we left the gate. Other than that, I mean, like, we had an on-time departure. I mean, we had, I believe we took off 8:54. We were scheduled to take off 8:50, so like 4 minutes right after the actual departure, so that's good. We got into Charlotte a couple 20-30 minutes early, and I found that pretty good too. I mean, like, you know, Spirit, it's up there. Obviously they do charge a lot for their carry-on and check bags, but I only had a personal item bag because this was a quick 2-3 day trip down to North Carolina. But if I were to have, you know, carry-on and check bags, probably would have to, you know, pay a little extra here and there. But I will say the seats were extremely cheap to purchase on the Spirit mobile app or website, wherever. I did it through my mobile app. And honestly, the seats were pretty cheap. I think we got it for like $10-$20, somewhere around that. Other than that, I mean, yeah, there was no Wi-Fi, but it's a quick 1 hour 30-minute flight, so you really don't need Wi-Fi for such a flight duration. And I mean, other than that, Spirit was awesome to me. I enjoyed it personally, and my flight going down to Charlotte, I'll have to rate it a 10 out of 10 stars, of course. Otherwise, I can also, you know, be very criticizing. I could say, oh, I did not like this flight whatsoever. Like, there's been flights in the past that I haven't really enjoyed, but this one I did actually surely enjoy, and I hope to fly Spirit again in the future. Yes, I'm saying that. I don't think it should be where it is, like the worst hated airline ranking systems. I feel it should be up there, you know, too. It's definitely not hated in my opinion. I like it. And basically, yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the trip report coming home from Charlotte. So yeah, see you guys.